Welcome back, everybody. We ended
Hello.
with you all finding the secret passages in the royal bathhouse that led to this inner chamber that was dark and dank, and you could see beastly figures off in the distance mining things, and there was inky black pools everywhere, and y'all had kind of not scot-free, but made your way towards the middle, and we left off where you saw Malachi running after Bane as Bane walked right up to a 6-headed giant creature that looked like it was patched together with different monstrosities. And one of the heads, or a multiple of the heads, had come down, teeth bared, mouth open in front of Bane. We are going to pick back up right where we left off. So you see that Malachi has stopped short. And you see that Malachi has stopped short a couple of steps down the stairs in front of, like, behind Bane. Bane is stock still, but is looking in the eyes of this creature. And you're watching bated breath, unsure of what's going to happen next. None of the other creatures in the room so far seem to have reacted in any way, shape, or form. But you do notice that now it looks like the creature has not made any moves so far. It is snarling its teeth at Bane, but it hasn't made any sudden movements. Would anyone like to roll a perception check for me?
I will roll a perception check because that's my precious baby boy.
I would very much
Totally
like
rolling.
My precious baby boy.
I'll give you a 13.
Okay.
I try to make space. That's a natural 20.
Okay.
13.
For a total of 23.
Okay, so 13 from Halina, Higgy. Higgy was yours a 13 as
Also
well?
yes, it was.
Yeah. Natural 20, and then Kira.
9.
9. Okay,
I never see anything.
Okay, and then Malachi got a 14. So for my 12s and up in the room, because it was a DC of 12, you had already noticed the shackles on its legs. And just to kind of get into more of a description of this creature, its body looks almost dragon-like. So it's got 4 giant, massive taloned claws. Its body is a little wider for a dragon. And each of the heads, there is at least one head that looks serpentine, dragon-like, at least. All of the heads are kind of elongated. Think kind of like a hydra. But you do see some of the heads are like furred and everything. You saw the shackles on its legs at first because they're giant, fucking looks like steel manacles strapped on it. Now that you're kind of laser focused in on where Bane is, so for my 2 13s, you at least notice that there are also shackles on each of their necks that seem to interconnect across its back. You can't see fully because it's on a higher platform, but you can see it goes down its back, where you do see the ruffling of some sort of wings. But you're starting to see the chains moving across as if it's fully chained down. For my natural 20, you also see all of the chains, but as you're starting to notice, there's some things sticking out from various areas on this creature's body, and as you're kind of like following it, you see that it almost looks like a tube going out from it. And then you kind of look down and you see the inky black pools again.
Oh, this poor baby.
That they are harvesting. And you're seeing multiple of these tubes.
Don't you start feeling sorry for it now?
Well, technically it hasn't done anything bad yet.
So as you are like observing all of this, and Briar with the natural 20, you do see more of the chains and see that they are interconnected. So the one that's on its arm connects to the one on its one of the necks, connects to the one on its back, connects to the back leg. There's another one on its tail. And roll me, since you got to have to tell me, roll me an Arcana check to see if you can notice this.
Oh boy, Arcana. Well, I have +4. This could turn out okay.
Don't fuck it up.
That's cocked. That is a 18.
Okay, so with the 18, you see very briefly as one of the necks kind of shifts that there's sigils inscribed on each of them. You, as a bard, don't know what these sigils are. But you do know that they are of magical... They look like they are of magical origin. They look like part of the arcane. And so as you're kind of piecing all of this together, are you telling the rest of the party what you see?
Yep.
Okay. So as you kind of are telling everyone...
She's whispering it. She is whispering it to the party. She doesn't want to be too loud.
Yeah. So as you all hear this information, Higgy, our resident wizard, you get pointed out the sigils. And I'm not going to make you roll for it because you are a wizard.
Okay.
And you already got pointed out where the sigils are, so you see what they look like.
Okay.
You know that those are essentially sigils of domination.
Okay.
So as you kind of piece things together, it's chained up. It's not really making any sudden movements.
Mm-hmm.
You can essentially understand that it cannot harm things unless it is told to do so. It is essentially under complete control of someone.
Uh-huh.
And each of the heads have this same sigil on it.
All right. We're going to we're going to telepathically relay this to everyone. Well, not everyone in the city. You know what I mean.
Yeah. To everyone in your party. Are you also doing this to Malachi?
Yes.
Okay.
Everyone in the party.
Okay, so you all received this information. Malachi kind of slowly makes his way up the stairs and reaches out for Bane and is kind of trying to grab that armor that's on Bane's back to kind of pull him slowly back. You see the heads turn their attention from Bane to Malachi.
Oh no.
And they're watching him intently as he's slowly trying to pull back. You see that Bane's kind of giving some resistance.
Does it seem like Bane recognizes this thing?
Roll me insight. This one's going to be a DC of 16.
Okay, come on. I gotta roll an 11 or higher. Ooh, that is higher. That is a 24. 24.
Okay, so as you're you've known Bane for a while. You've talked to him.
He's my baby.
You sleep in the same bed. You are seeing that Bane is like... The only other time you remember Bane acting this way is when he talked about Malachi as his brother. And there's this sort of like vibes that yes, Bane recognizes and or knows who or what this is.
Briar's gonna do a dumb. Briar's gonna do a dumb. She's gonna start walking towards Malachi and Bane. Like, cautiously, hands up.
Okay, so at this moment, everyone needs to roll stealth checks for me.
God damn it.
I would like to remind you that I have a cloak of elven kind. Oh,
that's fine.
Perceptions against me are at disadvantage.
No, that's fine. I still want everybody to roll a stealth check because you are still in a room full of creatures that may or may not notice that you were all...
How does a 28 sound?
You're fine.
25. See, all I have to do is just tuck into Kira's hair. And I'm invisible.
All right, Kira, Halina.
13.
13.
Clank.
I wish I could share my stealth with you.
Clank, clank, clank.
There's spells for that.
Both of us, essentially, is the problem. We got to roll at disadvantage because we're going clank, clank, clank around the place.
Yeah.
I got a 10.
What? You got a 10. You were so lucky because the DC was a 10.
Okay, I would have rolled... if I wasn't rolling at disadvantage, it would have been a nice solid 18.
Ooh, damn.
Yep. Okay, so you all are not seen as of right now. So, Briar, you make your way towards Malachi. Malachi hears you because this man has supernatural hearing. Sorry, he will hear you coming up.
It's fine. I get it. He's my brother.
Hears you and is like putting a hand this way to be like, what the fuck are you doing?
She's just like, she's gonna speak softly. Bane, sweetie, what's going on?
Bane, who was not aware of anything that's going around him, just kind of looks at you happily and goes, oh, hello. And by the way, he's not whispering.
Shh, quiet, speak.
We speak quiet?
We be quiet now. We're playing a game. We're trying not to get caught.
Oh, I love games.
I know you do. Who's this? She says, like, gently pointing at the giant thing.
Oh, this? I don't know its name.
You don't know it? Why are you so happy to see him, then?
I don't know.
You don't know. Okay. She looks up. Is the thing looking at her now?
It is laser pointed, so it's got like two of the heads are staring at Bane still, and then the other heads are still lasered in on Malachi.
Okay. All right. Malachi, I need you. Bane, we're gonna keep playing our game. For you to win, I need you to back up slowly with Malachi. Cause I gotta explain the rules to our big friend here. Okay?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
you're
gonna follow Big Brother.
Did I do a bad?
No, we're gonna talk about that later. You did fine. You've actually, she like looked at the creature, probably helped unlock a bit of a mystery. But I need you to go with Malachi and go back with Halina and the others for a bit, okay?
Oh, okay. And Malachi just slowly like pulls him down and like he's walking away, and you still see the heads are just following. But the minute that Malachi and Bane try to step back to go where the rest of the party is, the heads jerk forward.
Briar's gonna try something. She's gonna say wait in Draconic. Because she knows Draconic.
Okay.
She says wait in Draconic and just like steps in front of the two of them. Like, wait.
The heads, their eyes slowly shift towards yours. And as you now are right in front of this thing with all of its heads kind of bared down from the massive height to be eye level, you're seeing that like each of the sets of eyes, because some have 2 eyes, some have 4, some have 3, some only have 1. And as it's looking at you, but you see that they all blink in unison.
If I have to come and rescue you, we are going to be having words.
So
Trust me, I kind of sort of have a plan. It's fine.
So as they turn their attention to you, Briar, and those eyes kind of stare into you, but it looks like they're not looking at you, they're looking through you.
Okay. Briar's gonna try in Draconic. Do you understand me?
And they all just blink. And they
Okay.
stare at you.
We don't mean you any harm. I just came here to make sure my brother and my dog were okay.
They blink again.
Blink twice if you understand me.
They're just staring at you.
Can you only blink once?
They blink again.
Okay. Briar's like looking at, do the chains have like the archonic symbols on them?
Every shackle that's on them has the symbols on it. It's just not the chains. Okay. Are you going to try and get close enough to do something?
Briar wants to because curiosity is her greatest weapon, but she can feel the disapproving look from her sister on her back! So Briar's just gonna look at this creature, this giant creature, and try in every language she knows to see if she gets a reaction from this thing. She's gonna try Common, Draconic, Elvish, Orc, Thieves' Cant, and Undercommon to see if she gets like any sort of reaction outside of blinking.
No.
Okay. What happens when she takes a step back?
I need to go roll a dice.
They go right back to looking at Malachi and Bane.
Okay. She's gonna take a step forward again and like look at Malachi and say, keep walking backwards.
He tries to take another step, and this time a foot moves on the platform.
Briar's gonna step in front of the view of Malachi and Bane and says, no, you're looking at me.
In for a penny, in for a pound, I suppose.
So, real quick, what is everyone else doing while you are watching this happen?
Halina,
well, Briar's being an idiot,
against my better judgment, is going to move up behind Briar.
Okay, so I'm assuming it's Briar, Malachi, and Bane, and then you're like right here.
Halina is moving up right behind Briar.
Okay, so you're forcing your way in between Briar and Malachi.
Correct.
Oops. Okay, what are the other two of you doing? I know we don't have a map for this. That's because they don't make maps for this kind of scenario.
No worries.
Kira would probably look over at Higgy and go, "This is more your department.
Yeah.
Is there any way you could..." She tries to look for the right metaphor and eventually goes for, "Change the locks?"
You mean like change the sigils on the locks?
Change the owners, so to speak?
I don't. I don't know if I can. Would there be a specific spell for something like that, or
roll me Arcana to see if you know how to do that?
The only thing I can think of is dispel magic, but I don't think we want to dispel it.
Well, also remember, some music does, or some spells don't work here anymore.
What?
Yeah. So.
Oh, right.
So I rolled a 19, and with my Arcana, that makes it 25.
Okay. So you know that the only way to control this thing with the sigils that are marked is that there is essentially like a rod that they use to dominate it. So you would need the rod. All right.
So it's not so much a person as an object that allows a person to control it.
Yes.
All right. I'm going to relay that complication. The best I can try is maybe look inside its head, but that hasn't been working out so great for me lately, and I really don't like doing it. It makes me feel icky.
So we need to find the key to the lock.
Kinda?
You would need the rod.
Yeah. We'd need the rod. Yeah.
Does Kira think that these kind of dumb-looking things, I'm not going to be polite, the dumb-looking things that have been mining things could even possibly hold something like that?
No.
Yeah.
They literally, you look over to try and like think if maybe, and one of them has started to gnaw on another one's leg because it looks like there was some sort of scuffle. These are like no intelligence beasts. They are literally doing what they were told to do, which is to mine shit.
They have the
dumbest of the dumb.
They have the IQ of a doorknob.
Yeah, they literally have the IQ of a doorknob. They look almost like gnolls, but like if gnolls were gross and more beastly.
Awesome.
Gotcha.
That sounds just lovely.
Yeah, and you notice that like after all of this, they're not really paying attention to you.
No, ridges are
smooth brains,
smooth like a water
smooth brains. So you know, like there's no way that someone like that would have a rod to control this giant fucking beast.
I have
also with
I
that
know who would.
So Higgy, with that 25, I'll also give you this information. You know that the rod will control them if like, so like if the person with the rod was here, they could tell you to like, they could tell it to attack you.
Yeah.
If the owner of the rod is not here, it can't do anything it's not told to do.
Right. Okay. So it's literally incapable of doing anything, probably even thinking.
It could, you know that like if it's intelligent, it could still potentially talk, but as far as actions wise, it cannot do physically anything without being told to do so.
Random thought.
Yeah.
Just throwing this out there.
Mm-hmm.
I personally know that if I was tied up in a dank dark cave, I'd be highly pissed off. Highly upset. Wouldn't like it one bit. And I would want to do some very vile things to the person who put me there.
Are you saying this aloud?
Yep.
Briar, who hears you, says, I am fully aware and I am counting on the fact that I hopefully look nothing like the person that put the person here.
Here's other thing. We are not one who put it here, and I think it knows that.
I don't think it knows anything. And
no?
I don't. The problem with a creature like this is that it might be so angry that it lashes out at everyone. And while I would cherish the thought of the person responsible being punished for this atrociousness, I don't think we can risk just letting it loose without knowing more.
Briar's looking at it and says very softly, Halina, grab the back of my shirt. I'm gonna do something dumb.
No.
At least grab the back of I'll grab the back of Briar's shirt. Fuck it. What am I rolling?
Well, Briar hasn't done anything dumb yet. Give her a second to do the dumb thing.
I'm not rolling anything. The music's just changing because the scene is changing.
Briar, what did you do?
I haven't done anything yet. Briar's gonna look at the thing and say, do you know the hag?
Well, hold on. Before you can say anything. Hold on. So...
See, I wasn't me!
You notice the creatures that were mining are gone.
Uh-oh.
Briar.
And
I've done nothing!
You hear... It sounds like heels on stone coming from behind the creature.
We gotta hide.
Now, you have everybody. You've got literally the amount of 2 turns to try to hide.
All right.
Who's the least sneaky out of all of us?
The 2 paladins.
Okay.
Okay, Briar's gonna reach behind her. Because Briar's gonna reach behind her, tap Halina, and be like, don't you fucking move, and cast invisibility on her.
And I'm going to do the same thing to Kira. Don't move, you're invisible. That doesn't mean she can't hear you.
Malachi quickly grabs Bane, and Malachi turns into a small creature. You can't even fucking see him, but you do see he's urging Bane to go find somewhere to go fucking hide. And we will see if it worked in a minute.
Okay, and Briar's going to... Is there a boulder or something she can hide behind?
You do know that, if y'all went back a little bit the way you came, so there's the giant platform, there's some rocks around the platform, there's, that bridge that walks up, it's all made of obsidian. So you know that you could either risk it for the biscuit and you could jump down off the platform where the inky black pools are, and there's, some ground there where you could hide, or you would have to go back up against the wall and hope that the invisibility doesn't wear off.
Okay, invisibility lasts for a while. Briar's gonna look at her, look back where Halina was, and be like, go against the wall. I'm hiding down there.
If I move, I make sound. I had idea, but you popped invisibility before I could do anything.
I'm sorry!
If I move, we're fucked.
Okay. I gotta move, though, because I'm out in the fucking open.
Then
so
go.
Don't fucking move. Okay, she's gonna jump down.
Halina, I will say you do have literally two rounds worth that you could move.
Yes, but I'm gonna have to roll stealth while I do it, and I do that at disadvantage. And every time I roll a disadvantage, I get fucked!
I know, but I am telling you right now, you have a chance before she can hear you to move. If you want
you're
to
gonna fail a
move,
roll,
move.
now is the time to fail it.
I'm not going to make you roll for it because you're not stealthing because she hasn't made it down yet. She can't hear.
Okay.
So if you want to move, move. Go hide. Run.
Fine. I'll move.
Okay. That's why I said you have 2 rounds to hide.
Okay.
Without any penalties. If you took more than the 2 rounds worth, then it was going to start being an issue. So everybody, are you up against the wall? Are you on the ground? Where is everybody at?
Briar jumped down because she also wants to try to be close enough to hear what the fuck's going on.
Okay. And Halina, did you follow?
So
Yeah, I'm up against the wall.
Okay. Malachi and Bane are on the other side of you. On the other side of the bridge. Kira and Higgy, are y'all still up against the wall? Did y'all crouch down? Did y'all try to
Well, so
more Kira than Higgy?
Well, I've put invisibility. I've made myself and Kira invisible. Otherwise, I would just be kind of floating there in midair. Justine, I did think of that, but I am still hiding in Kira's hair.
Okay. Kira, are you standing, or did you try to crouch down to make yourself
I would
smaller?
still crouch a little bit just in case. You know, if there's like maybe some stalagmites, had to think which one. Stalagmites kind of sticking up that I could, duck behind or something.
Yeah,
like
right
that.
next to, since you're right before the platform, there's some of the stalagmites sticking out that you could quickly just kind of shove yourself behind.
Okay. I will do that.
So, play. So, you hear the clicking of the heels as from behind the creature you see a hidden passage open. And from behind the creature, you see 2 figures walk around the platform to the front of the creature. One you've met before. Kira's mother.
Yeah. Can I cunt punt a bitch?
Not yet.
The second person you don't recognize at first. But as they kind of move and shift, because all you see is a cloak. You see someone has a cloak pulled up as they walk. Higgy, I need you to roll me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh no.
Okay, wait, we need to... Let's see here. I think I'm okay.
What'd you get?
I rolled an 18, so with my wisdom, that would be a 23.
Okay. So as this person starts to walk towards the front of it, and you finally get what you thought was going to be a glimpse of their face, Higgy, you see that familiar void in the hood. Which is why you had to roll the wisdom saving throw.
Yeah. Kira, you would probably feel Higgy tensing up in your hair. If she accidentally pulls a hair strand, I'm sorry.
And
not a hair strand.
As you're watching the 2 of them kind of walk in front of the creature, you can see, Kira, that your mother is holding some sort of... It's a thin metal rod that has a black obsidian on the end. Kind of looks almost like if you've ever seen those royal, what are they called? The palantirs? The whatever? The
scepter?
Palantir.
Scepter,
Oh.
palantir thing.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like. It's very ornate. It looks old. Ancient even. And as you're watching the other, because you never saw the person move, Higgy, when you first saw them, but now that you're watching them move, you're noticing on the ground there's no feet. It's just kind of floating, hovering above the ground as they both make their way. They both stand before the creature, and the creature that had kind of been like hunched down to go eye level is now full size again, like looking down at them. And for anyone who's interested, you can either roll me insight or nature to see how the creature is reacting to this.
1 second. Nuggy, what do you think, insight or nature? You're right. I have more in insight. Briar is very, very focused on, like, staying quiet, because I only rolled a 10. Nugget, why did you fail me?
Okay.
I got an 11.
Okay.
16.
Okay, you need to go.
16 and Higgy?
I'm sorry.
12.
Okay. Kira. Because it was a 15. Kira, you kind of look up at the creature and you see that the creature is, well, what you had guessed looks angry, but there's also a slight flicker of fear. Not at your mother, at the other figure, once it comes into view. And they're both standing in front of this creature. And the second person hasn't talked yet. But your mother, Vespera, begins to speak. Well, seems like everything's going according to plan. Without too many incidents. And it's almost like she's talking to herself because it feels like there's someone else talking, but you're only hearing her side of the conversation. No, I don't think there'll be a problem. I already have something to take care of them.
Oh, I'm about to become a whole ass problem. Not said out loud, by the way.
No, yeah.
Please don't say that out loud.
She looks up at the creature. She goes, I don't understand why you had me take in this thing. And it almost feels like you can hear a kind of whisper come from next to her. It's dark. It's a little louder than everything else that you had kind of assumed was being said, but you just couldn't hear or whatever. And she turns to look at the figure next to her and goes, I honestly don't care where you got it from. If it's important and useful for our goals, then I will do as you ask. You have not steered me wrong yet. But can't help but to have a little amusement from time to time. And she lifts up the rod. And you hear something. You know that she gave a command. You just could not hear what the command was. And you watch as two of the heads turn on one of the other heads. And the third head is like arching back as if waiting for them to strike. And you watch as two of the heads just rip into the third head as they are pulling muscle and sinew apart from each other. Its jaw is just split open. You see just blood, but it's not blood. It's that ink, that black ink just oozing out of it as it is slowly but surely just torn all the way to the base of the body. And then you hear another command, and you watch as that head that was missing slowly starts to just, there's ooze, and then there's muscle, and there's bone as it juts up from the body, as it suddenly is like reanimating itself, and it comes back up, and it's like nothing ever happened. And Kira, you hear that familiar laugh that you remember from all the times that you were ever alone with your mother. That hearty, gleeful, enjoying laugh. As she makes them do it again, and again, and again. Not to the same head. Each head gets a turn. Before you finally hear that whisper again, and she sighs and she goes, fine. Spoil my fun. Well, I am queen. I have things to attend to. I can hope that I will be hearing from you soon. And she goes to walk away back down that hidden corridor. That second figure stays. And it turns. And it's facing away from the creature. Towards that hidden door that Malachi and Bane had come out of. And you all are just kind of just like waiting, bated breath, to see if it's going to notice you. And Higgy and Kira, you can't see its face. You can't see its eyes. But all of a sudden, there's this oppressive pressure as if something is weighing down on you. And Higgy, you feel that familiar trickle in your head.
Can I block that shit out? Block it! Block it out!
You can roll me if you want to try and block it out, that's going to be a straight con.
Okay. Krusty want out? Con save or it doesn't really matter. It's con.
Yeah, it's just straight con.
Oh, Crater rolls a 20.
Okay.
So it's 23.
So you feel it start to try to trickle into your brain, but it quickly recedes.
Oh, thank God. Ain't nobody got time for that.
And
bronchitis.
When it doesn't succeed, you see that its body has turned in the direction of yours.
I probably pissed it off even further because natural 20 plus 7, so that was a 27.
Yep.
Oh,
and
both of us are just like,
as this thing is just kind of standing there looking in your direction, you think it's gonna move. It's gotta move. It's gotta be coming. It knows you're there. It obviously knows that you're there. You swear you hear a chuckle. But unlike your mother, who walked out, the cloak just drops and it's gone.
Yeah.
And you see that the creature has kind of like laid itself down out of exhaustion as the last head that was just eaten is slowly starting to regenerate its way back.
Briar is gonna wait a couple of moments before she slowly climb her way back where the
Uh-oh. You're cutting out a lot.
You're cutting out. I didn't hear what you said.
Testing. Hello?
Hi.
Hello?
Yes, we can hear you now. Oh.
Or not.
Or not. We could hear you.
You can hear me just as I press the disconnect button. Okay.
Oh.
Briar waits like a few moments.
Okay.
Before she slowly starts to like carefully climb her way back up to where the creature is.
Mm-hmm. Okay. It's are you all kind of getting up and out of the shadows? The creatures that were working have not come back. So you are alone with the giant creature now. As you did watch the hidden entrance close shut.
Halina's not moving.
Okay. What's
Like,
everybody else doing?
Not moving a muscle.
I hate this, but I'm gonna try mentally reaching out to the one of those heads, I guess.
Okay, we'll get to that in a second. Do you all keep your invisibility?
I would probably keep mine on, but
Okay.
I guess it's up to Kira if she wants to get rid of it.
Okay. Briar, are you keeping your invisibility on? Because if you drop
Briar doesn't have invisibility. Briar doesn't have invisibility on. She could only cast it on Halina. That's why she jumped down to hide.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So basically she climbs up and she's like she's gonna kneel in front of one of the heads, and she has this very sympathetic expression on her face as she looks at it.
We'll get to that in a second. Because I've got multiple things that are going to be happening in a couple of seconds. So, Kira, are you staying invisible? Are you trying to approach? What are you doing? Are you staying? I can't hear you.
Sorry. Probably stay invisible, but start getting closer.
Okay. Malachi and Bane come out of hiding, and Malachi drops the wild shape. He was a mouse. And also approaches with Briar. Before we get to Briar and Malachi, Higgy.
Yes.
Which head do you want to do? Do you want to do one of, like, the head that was the first one to get eaten? Do you want to do the first two heads that...
Yeah, you know what? Let's do the first one that got eaten.
Okay. So you enter into this creature's head. And the first thing you feel is sorrow.
Understandable.
And you just feel this overwhelming grief. But as you're in its head, you realize that they have a hive mind.
Okay.
So you can see all of their minds through just the one.
Can it tell that I'm in its head, essentially?
Right now, it doesn't seem like it knows it's in its head. But you're getting, while yes, there are some like tinges of anger and betrayal is another one that you're kind of feeling.
Mm-hmm.
You're getting mostly just a lot of grief and sorrow.
Mm-hmm.
How far do you want to dig? Are you looking for anything specific?
Well, at first I wanted to see if it was like, what's the word?
Sentient?
Yes. Like, is it is it something we can communicate with, or is it an animal that's being commanded?
So,
Is it capable of intelligent thought? Can it be reasoned with?
You are kind of going through its head. Here's the thing. You can get that answer, but I just need to know how deep you want to go. Are you looking for memories to see if you can find out if it's sentient?
That's the quietest way of doing it, short of just talking to it. But I kind of want to dip my foot in before I risk that part.
Okay. On the surface, if you're just dipping the toe in, you're not actually trying to watch a memory, right?
Yeah, more like, like when you're flicking through the channels. Like I'm registering, taking like just a quick assessment, move on. Like I'm not trying to be pulled in, but I still want to be able to like understand what I'm seeing. Yes, Grandpa, I do too.
You kind of are trying to like feel it out.
Mm-hmm.
And on the surface, it's hard to tell. On the surface, because right now it is overwhelmed with mostly emotions and the current thing that just happened.
Yeah.
That as you're kind of trying to like flick through the channels per se, it's just you're flicking through each of their heads and each of them are just thinking about just feeling emotions right now. Like that's all you're really getting is the first frontal like lobe of just like sorrow, grief, betrayal, anger as you're flipping through all of these channels. So realistically, you would have to at least try to pinpoint a memory to see if you could actually find out if this thing is sentient, because right now they have a wall up of just grief.
Okay, I'm going to try to dig a little deeper then.
Okay, so as you kind of push through that wall of the emotions, you're struck with a mindscape that seems familiar in an odd way. Because when you went into Malachi's mind, you remember that there was that bright white kind of thing. And as you kind of like hit that space, you see a memory. But it's kind of confusing at first because you don't see the creature. You see 6 individual people. All of them are elves. And you see similar landscape that you saw not only in Malachi's mind, but in those woods where back when you were there, you were told that there was an elven society that lived there for centuries. So you see 6 individual elves. There's 2 look feminine, the rest look more masculine. And you see all of them together in that kind of forest setting, talking and laughing and the scene shifts again, and it goes from this very bright, happy memory to you watching them running through the woods. Clothes torn, feet bare, covered in bruises and cuts. You hear that gross familiarity of that laugh from the hag. And as you're watching that memory, you see the memory shift again to all of them in that room that wasn't really a room. But you're noticing that, like, if you had gone deeper into that and saw the different tunnels, in each of the tunnels, there was, like, places for experimentation, and you're watching that kind of happen to each and every one of them in this space. And the memories flip again, and you see tiny little Bane as a puppy, running around and yapping before he could talk. Just yapping around. And you then see another memory attached to this one. This seems a little bit more specific. Like, this one seems like this is one of the head's specific memory. And it's one of the younger elves. Because, like I said, there was 2 women, there was 4 men. One of the men was younger. On the more, like, just hit puberty, like, just hit adulthood vibes. Talking to Malachi. My brain went deep into a different space for a second. Talking to Malachi, but that quickly gets tainted because then you're watching Malachi strap him down onto a table. And it all gets a little jumbled from there. The memories start to kind of, like, twist and turn and, like, come together as one. As you, like, watch somewhat how the hag created them. You don't see the full process because they don't truly know themselves how this came to be. But you just see, like, this weird amalgamation of all the experience, of all these things, of all the pain, all the suffering, all the things, and that tinge of betrayal. And then you see a new memory that seems fresher as you see through their eyes the multiple blinks as they're looking out and they're looking down at themselves for the first time as the creature. So from all of that, they are highly intelligent because these are 6 people put together into one creature.
I'm going to quietly I'm not going to share, like, the images or anything like that. But I will let everyone know who these people were. And that they are indeed intelligent. Just, they've been through a lot.
Do you mention what you saw about the hag with, like, any mention of, like, Malachi?
I will say the hag is responsible. And I will just say that it was during the same time that Malachi was under her control. So I'm alluding, but I'm not directly saying because I don't.
You're not directly saying it.
I don't want him to think. I don't want him to start blaming himself. But I am going to be keeping it in the back of my head to talk to him privately later.
So we're going to go to Briar and Malachi, where you have now learned this information, Briar, that these are 6 elves, essentially, that have been stitched together and morphed into this giant creature. So they are highly intelligent. Malachi kind of, like, sits next to you, and one of the heads, which is the one that looks more like draconic, more serpent-like. And as you're looking at the heads, you can see where each one of those people you saw, you can kind of tell which one. Because there's 2 that look a little more feminine, they're sleeker, they have that kind of like scale, like there's like just like patchy fur but like scales on them, and then the masculine ones are the ones that look a little bit more monstrous, except for the one that looks more serpent-like and dragon-like. And as you kind of clock in your head, Higgy, that's probably the youngest. And this head kind of already kind of laying down, like, sees Malachi, and its head plops into his arms. And as Malachi's kind of just sitting there like, I don't know what the fuck to do with this, and their eyes meet, like actually meet, you watch Malachi kind of just break down as he hears what you said, and he looks into its eyes, and he just breaks down, and he is now like clutching this giant head in his arms, as Bane has also kind of come up and laid down.
Briar is going to, with one of her arms, she's going to hug Malachi close to her, and with her other hand, she's just like gently stroking the serpent's head, and she says, we're going to fix this. We're going to fix this, and we're going to make it better.
Who all here speaks Sylvan? Or Elvish?
I speak Elvish.
Actually, no, because I already told you Elvish didn't work. We're gonna go Sylvan.
I speak Sylvan.
Gosh, shut it!
Alright, so everybody show of hands who speaks Sylvan. Okay, and Malachi speaks Sylvan. So. Oh my god, stop it. I don't care. Go away. Okay. And Kira, you don't speak Sylvan, correct?
I don't think so. I'm having problems finding on the sheet where I get that, but I don't think I do.
It's going to be under your proficiencies and training.
Sam, no. You only speak Common, Gnomish, and Halfling. Okay. So one of the heads, it looks older. You can kind of see it's got that more monstrous look. It's one of the more masculine looking heads. Has kind of calmed down and is looking at you all. And in Sylvan, kind of just goes, do not make promises you can't keep. And it's kind of like rough, ragged voice, like it hasn't talked in a long time.
Halina's gonna move from the wall where she's been standing up the stairs. Stand in front of this thing as it speaks. Briar. As Halina passes by, you'd notice she's actually, like, shaking. Like, trembling. gonna look up at the creature. And in Sylvan is going to reply. Then I will make them pay for what they have done.
The creature's head kind of like swivels to you, Halina. It's kind of like moving its neck to kind of look at you. And it goes, "We will never be free. But you may not have the power to fix us.
Yet. I will make them pay for what they have done.
I would like your vow that you will punish those who have done this to my family."
Give me a name.
And it's like it's trying to say a name, but like it's incapable. And you hear like a guttural frustration of like a growl.
Don't.
I can't hear you, Higgy.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, that was weird. Hig's going to fly out of Kira's hair and onto Malachi's shoulder.
You can feel him like visibly sobbing. You feel him like shaking, sobbing as his face is in this creature's head.
Yeah. We can already tell you that the hag is gone. And while I can't promise that we'll put you back to how you were, and that those who did this to you will be punished, I can promise you that we will free you of these bonds.
The head that's in Malachi's lap doesn't speak, but you hear Malachi in Sylvan whispering to it, saying, hold on,
You good?
My laptop's being stupid.
Okay.
As it does.
One second.
Take your time.
So I missed the whole bit about a name.
It's okay, there is one.
It couldn't give us one. It was incapable.
Yeah. It was incapable of getting a name.
I do have one more thing to ask it after you're done with Malachi.
You can go ahead and ask it. I'm looking for something.
I know you can't tell us. And normally I ask permission, and I'm sorry about this, but I needed to know if you were able to talk. If you want to show me who did this to you, you can. Well, at least if you can show me.
Yes, and he will in just a moment.
Seriously, bird, get off my scalp. Your nails are killing me.
Sam, I'm going to apologize in advance.
Okay.
I'll let this clear up first, and then I'll get into it.
Okay, I'm not finding the word I was looking for, but it's fine. So before you ask that question, you hear Malachi kind of whispering to it in Sylvan, and you kind of see and after this and after your thing, Critter, we will go take a break to go pee. Pee break. So he's like whispering to it, and in Sylvan, if you understand Sylvan, you essentially hear Malachi saying, "My child. My sweet child. And is just saying it over and over again, just different iterations in Sylvan of like child, loved one, like just, and is just like holding desperately onto this thing. Higgy, the youngest one, kind of blinks open one of its eyes at you and doesn't really say anything, but just kind of does like a jostling of the head as a nod. And are you going back into its mind? So as you slip in, you see the hag, first of all. You then see the cloaked figure. But then you see a very specific memory of Kira's mom being there when it was being brought in. And you even see farther back of Kira's mother talking to the hag. I can't hear you if you're saying anything, Critter.
Why is my mic constantly fucking cutting out? What the hell?
There's having tech issues, it's fine.
I just don't want it to be my mic, goddammit. Fuck, now I forgot what I said.
Well, you just saw...
Oh, yeah, can I hear what's being said?
In the memory? No.
No? Okay.
You just see that there's some exchange of words, and then Kira's mom walks off with the monster in tow. Which it looks like they use some sort of teleportation to, like, get it into the castle.
No, oh, god damn it. Sorry, guys, I'm trying to do something here, and it's being a pain in the ass.
No, you're good.
Whatever. I'll fix it later.
Was there anything that you wanted specifically before we take that break to go to the bathroom and everyone can have a second to breathe?
No. We're just going to absorb this knowledge. Sorry, Kira, your mom's gonna die. I don't think you'll mind, though.
Not a bet.
I think you might be leading the charge on this one. But yeah, no, we're just gonna absorb that.
Okay, then we're gonna take a 5-minute break. Everybody go get snacks, drinks, go to the bathroom. I know I have to go to the bathroom, so
we'll be back.
Take a break. It's break time. So, Higgy, you just got done looking in their mind. Malachi is still just clutching onto this giant monstrous head. Halina, you were talking to the other head, and Kira, you were slowly moving forward, and Briar, you were also talking to one of the heads.
She's trying to comfort it, especially when she realizes, oh shit, this is a family. You don't do this shit to family.
No, you don't. So what is everybody wanting to do from here?
Hig is just kind of comforting Malachi right now.
At this point, invisibility would have dropped as a side note. Like, once she knows that they're safe and everything, she's going to let it drop.
So you drop invisibility, and are you walking in front of the creature?
Walking kind of... It's more towards everyone else. Let's put it that way. I'm not walking towards it.
Okay, well, everyone is in front of the creature, is sitting, like, directly in front of them. Okay. So, you walk up. One of them sees you. One of the heads sees you. And for the people who speak Sylvan, you hear them say, a couple of the heads say, "Spawn the she-devil."
She is with us. Right back in Sylvan.
Back in Sylvan. So, shut up. The head that you were talking to, Halina, kind of looks at you and goes, I'm sorry, me as DM is trying to figure out how this is going to be said.
Yeah.
How can I can't do the accent right now, but like essentially is saying like, how can we trust that she is not born of the same cloth?
If she was, she would not be here. She is of her mother, but she is not with her mother.
Hig's going to pipe up a little bit. If you're done, Halina. Think of the cruelty of the one who hurts you. This person earns that cruelty on her own children.
The older head kind of swivels its head towards you, Kira. And still in Sylvan, because right now they can only talk in Sylvan.
Halina will translate.
States... essentially is asking, like, if it's true. Like, is trying to confirm this with Kira of, like, is this true? Can you prove it?
Halina will translate so the conversation can flow.
Mm-hmm. She looks at it, and translation is happening, so we assume that in the background.
Mm-hmm.
Says, "Look into my eyes." You can tell when someone suffered like you have.
It looks at you, and it's essentially says, it's trying to beckon you closer. It's like, come closer. I want to see.
She'll go.
So it leans down and is like almost like this close to your face as it's staring into your eyes. And it kind of, you feel like a huff of hot air across your face before it kind of rears back and goes, "You don't smell like her."
I would tend to agree.
You smell like your father. It's the scent of kindness.
Her hand kind of shakes a bit. She slowly reaches up, places a hand on top of the sort of snout area. Just shakily says, "I'm so sorry."
We cannot fault children for the actions of their parents. As you know too well, parents can be cruel.
Tears start rolling down her cheeks, just like she knew her mother was horrible, but just, it's been a day.
Yep. The creature kind of like nudges you, Kira, and says, I could never ask of you to kill your own kin. All I can ask is to restore the balance of this place.
One, you would be surprised, and two, I can give you that.
One of the other smaller heads, Higgy, you can identify this as like one of the female heads, kind of pipes up. It's one that has a lot of like the patchy fur almost, has more, instead of like that draconic face, it's more like, I don't want to say wolfish, but more like mammal-esque face. With like, and I'm not talking about like big patches of fur. I'm talking, it's like that seal skin kind of like fur. As it like kind of pipes up and like looks and goes, it's like, it's not talking at y'all, it's talking at the other head essentially. Telling, it's like, in the translation of it all, it's essentially telling the dominant head that you're now realizing is the eldest, that one big head is the dominant head, to tell you about what they know of what they've seen so far, of how things have been going. I'm just giving y'all a second to see if you're going to do anything before I just go into lore drop.
No, I'm good. You can lore drop.
At the moment, no. But when we're done, when you're done, there is something. So go ahead.
Okay. All right. It's not going to be very long. It's essentially going to be the eldest head, the dominant head, is kind of just relaying some of the information that you heard from your brother, Kira, but there is other things that your brother was not made aware of that has been happening down here. I will attempt the accent again. I will attempt it. We're gonna see if I can get the vibes going. They brought us here. The days I cannot count no longer. But it has been many nights that I can tell. Whatever the hag created us with, they are siphoning for some use. There have been whispers of slipping it into drink, into food, Almost if it was a poison, but not to kill. We do not understand. We have only ever seen the hooded one and Vespera down here. There was one night where we met with the older man. Once everyone had left. The older man you can all infer is Kira's father. We know that the creatures that tend this cave only come once, maybe twice for the day, but they leave when we assume it is night. The things that bind us are in the hands of Kira's mother. But they have tried and failed on multiple occasions to remove it themselves. They do give up the information that the hooded man they saw only when they first arrived. This is the second time they've seen him since they arrived. And that's kind of all the information they give you. Kira, they kind of make reference that you remind them of your father. Because he was kind and he fed them and bathed them. And for you, Kira, this is a very specific thing that you know about your father. They mentioned him singing some sort of song. They couldn't understand it, but they could tell it was a song. And you know exactly what song it is. Because it's the one that he used to sing to you and your brother as a lullaby. And that's all the information that they give, that they can give, aside from what Higgy saw.
Thank you for the information. And when we get the chance, you won't stay down here.
They don't really say anything else. You can kind of tell that they haven't really talked to people out loud for a long time. So it kind of exhausts them. So the oldest one just kind of nods its head, and then it goes back to the other heads, and they're all kind of, it looks like they're settling down and resting. Before Halina does her thing, does anyone want to do anything else before we move on to that?
Briar is still gently, stroking the one head. She's been, humming a soft lullaby to it, and as a form of comfort to it. Because there's some inner part of her that recognizes this is the youngest one. And it's just, and when it comes to the family, the youngest have to be protected, and that was taken away from them, and she's just gently stroking the head.
Yep. Okay, so Halina, the floor is yours.
For those of you watching, you would see Halina is like trembling, physically trembling. But when you look at her face, it is not out of fear or sadness. It is out of pure, unadulterated rage. Barely contained. And at first, there's a spark. Just a quick flash. And a moment later, there's another. And then Felicia starts to glow. That soft aura, that soft green light that you guys have seen come from Briar so many times, starts to surround the hammer, and it travels up Halina's arm until her entire body is encompassed. She turns to Kira and looks at Kira. You are not responsible for this, but I must ask forgiveness for what we are about to do.
My mother was horrible before, but now I don't even recognize that woman.
Then, with that said, Halina's voice raises a little until it echoes throughout this entire place. Family is not inherited. It is to be chosen, protected, and cherished. Guard those who walk beside you. For love is the truest armor of the soul. Mirth and mischief are the language of hearts, but laughter should never wound. Play your tricks, kindness, and smiles where shadows might have fallen. Where you tread, sow kindness, whether by word, deed, or words. Let those you meet be informed of your passing. Failure is not disgrace. Surrender without effort is. Stand, even when weary. Rise, even when broken, and fight until your last breath. Blood may name us, but love defines us. Hold your found family close, for they are the light that keeps the night at bay. I swear this in front of all of you here, that those responsible for what has taken place will pay. Or I will die and cry. They will be brought to justice. This is my oath. This is my promise. We will avenge.
Take your time.
Halina's voice fades. A little bit.
Pick a fucking spot.
The knuckles in the hand of which Halina is grabbed have turned virtually white. And with that, she falls silent and walks off down across the down through the cavern and back up the way she came.
You can just go through the one that Malachi and
Sure, we'll go that way.
Yeah, you just have to figure out how to open the door.
Take a look around.
So before we have you figure out if you can open this door again, because it's shut and locked behind y'all, Malachi kind of like stirs a little bit and he's like rubbing his face as he like kind of squeezes the head one more time, but eventually lets go, and it kind of looks up and goes to curl with the rest of its heads. As they all are curled up now, it looks like they're essentially falling asleep. And Malachi doesn't say a word as he just stands up, walks to the door, and just stands there glaring at it. And as far as opening the door, you do see that there's like a little mechanical switch on this side. You couldn't see it on the other two doors because it looks like there's 3 switches that open each door from the inside. So if you just press it, the door should open and you should be able to walk through.
Sure.
Okay, so you press the button. The doors, the wall, like, it doesn't open, but the wall, like, if you step through it, you can now do the weird phase thing that you did before. Malachi's already through it, and he's gone. He's walking, and he's gone. Bane sticks with you, Briar, and are the rest of you kind of just heading back up to the room that y'all were staying in?
Well, I'm still on Malachi's shoulder, hugging his neck, I guess. So
okay, we'll deal with that in a second.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll deal with that in a second. So the rest of you, are you all going to the room where y'all were put up in? It's starting to hit around nighttime.
Briar is going to wait a couple moments longer. She's still like gently stroking the serpent's head. And she like leans down and gives it a gentle kiss on the forehead and says, "I'll figure out a way to make this better. I'll do everything I can to try. Hang in there a little longer, okay?"
The heads have essentially like passed out. So you don't get a response, but you feel like they heard you, even if they don't understand you.
Or just gently strokes it a few times, gives it one more kiss on the forehead before standing up and looks at Bane and says, "Boyo, looks like we got some work to do."
Bane's kind of just been silent, but he just kind of like nods and follows you out.
Mm-hmm.
So Halina, Kira, and Briar, and Bane, you're all heading back to the room, correct? Okay.
Yes.
Halina, or not Halina, Higgy, you're going on an adventure because you see, so you think that like Malachi's heading back to the room, and then next thing you know, he finds an open window.
Oh no.
And just jumps and turns into a bird, like a black raven, and is flying. He kind of forgot you were there.
Uh-huh.
And he's flying past the city walls, and he's back towards the trees from where you came from. Are you holding on?
Yes.
Actually, roll me athletics to see if you can hang on.
I swear to God,
I will take.
It's nice knowing you, Hig.
I will take athletics, or I will take acrobatics.
I swear to God, if Critter has to roll a new character because we lost Hig due to oops.
Oops.
Really dramatic scene.
Save me.
A 14, you barely hang on, but you hang on.
Really dramatic scene. The funeral to follow.
Funeral to follow. So you realize kind of where you're heading as he does not gracefully land. He like crash lands Like, it's a very quick, like, he's a bird, he's a bird, he's a bird. The earth is coming, you're coming closer to the ground. And suddenly he is a man again. And he is just like full, like no stop, just hit the ground and is just running.
I'm just like hanging on to whatever hair strand I can, going, Malachi, I'm still here.
Wrong one. Sorry. So sorry. So sorry. That was the wrong music. That was the wrong music. I'm so sorry.
You just hear this, Malachi, stop!
Stop! So, you eventually, it's about 5 minutes of Malachi just like blindly just running through these woods before he finally like hears you. And it's a running stop, like in dead tracks, like stops and goes, and it's like trying to check his shoulders, but by at this point you're like on his back, holding onto his hair, and he goes, "Bug,
I'm back here."
He goes, "Oh shit, sorry."
Hold on.
Goes to like reach for you, is like trying to gently reach in his hair to be like, "Wait, where the fuck is she?"
Back here.
We're doing this bit again.
I'm here.
So he like reaches to like give you a hand to like grab onto and like pulls you out in front of him, and he goes, "Why the fuck are you on me?"
Well, originally I was offering comfort, and then someone decided to jump out of a window.
I wanted alone time with my thoughts.
Well, guess what? You weren't alone, and you took me with you. And now where the fuck are we?
And he looks around, he goes, "The woods." Give me 2 seconds. I can still hear you, but I just have to set this down somewhere.
Yeah.
The woods?
Fair.
We're in the woods somewhere.
Uh-huh. So it's been a rough day.
That's putting it mildly.
Saw some things. So you don't have to explain anything, because I didn't want the others to know. But I saw what happened. And
Malachi kind of just like it. And Malachi's just like rubbing his face now because he's like, "Oh my god." And he goes, "Great. So you saw how much of a piece of shit I was."
Oh, now you shut up. And she's like, she like flies up in your face. There's like a little dusting of angry dust of magic almost. Like, it's just like poking you on your nose.
Hey,
not your fault. It's that hag bitch who made you do it. You are fully aware that you had no control, and that she probably got a sick kick out of the fact that it was you, and just, no, we killed her. She is gone. Now we need to focus on the next people we need to make dead, which is not you. So do not blame yourself for this. You are upset? Yes. Angry? Absolutely. Not at yourself. Channel all this grr at the bitch who deserves it.
And he kind of just looks at you like in front of his nose and just goes, "You're really killing the whole me coming out here to kind of just beat myself up vibes."
Well, you're not allowed. You know what? Fine. And she's gonna put her ring of big on.
Okay. You put the ring of big on.
You know what? Fine. And she just like glomp. Just squeezing the shit out of him. Like, I'm just gonna hug you until you feel better. and you can't argue about it. We're going to stay like this. You don't even have to hug me back. Or you can. Doesn't matter. But we're just going to stay like this.
So the minute you kind of wrapped his, like, your arms around him, like, you turned big, he kind of had like a moment of like,
the shit is this?
And then, the minute he kind of like got himself together for a second, he like grabs you and like has his face on your shoulder, just full on tight bear hug. Like,
we're just gonna, yep, it doesn't matter if it's uncomfortable. I am letting him hug.
Yep. And y'all just kind of stay like that for a while.
That's perfect.
Eventually you head back to he takes you back gently this time.
Yeah.
To the room. And we're going to kind of time skip a little bit to where you're all in the room. Do y'all activate the privacy ring?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm asking now, but from here on out, if you don't tell me you're going to activate the privacy ring, I'm going to assume that you didn't.
Mm-hmm.
But you just got it last session, so I'm giving you a reminder. So.
Yes, we are.
Can't hear you, Blaze.
I said yes, we are.
Okay. So, you all get back to the room. The privacy is activated. Everybody has kind of had a few moments to take everything in. For the last 30 minutes, the floor is going to kind of be y'all's to talk about it if you want to, do what you want to do as your characters, and yeah. RP time with each other, talk about feelings. Go ahead. Do it.
Briar has opened up a little notebook that she has that has like, it's all written in code because this is her informant notebook that she has because it's never been stated, but Briar is an info broker. So she's trying to see if she has any contacts in this damned city.
For you, if you're trying to like sit down and do that, I would need you to roll me history. Yeah, okay. You'd gotta roll me history, and that's gonna be a DC 16. But because you're already an information broker, I'll let you roll at advantage.
Excellent. You said history?
Yes.
All right, I rolled a 16 on the dot.
Okay. Looking at all of your contacts, you might have, before y'all noticed that all of the humans or like half elves, because you haven't seen any of those either, are gone. Because when you first came into the city, you noticed that all you could see was really tieflings and other races, but anyone that was human or half human was not seen.
I just had a terrible thought.
What is your terrible thought?
I'm just going to look over to Halina and say, so there's a chance that a cousin might have moved away.
Higgy makes a little uncomfortable clearing of throat. So those creatures that we saw underneath the city, you guys don't suppose they're like all the people that seem to not be living here anymore? Because I was thinking this. I'm sorry, but your bitch of a mother is not the kind of person I think who would just let people leave. And those things had to come from somewhere. And apparently she's knew the hag who liked to make things. Am I just being paranoid?
No, you're not. And I hate the fact that that's the case. She says as she snaps her book closed. I gotta get in contact with my boss. See if one of them has heard anything from anybody. But I don't know sending. And mail's gonna take too long.
I guess. Could Antioch deliver messages?
He could, but he would still have to fly there.
That would take too much time probably then.
To deliver the message.
Yeah. How far is Drift End from here?
Drift End? From the capital, I would say you're about 2 weeks.
Ooh, yeah, that's a while.
Sending's the only way I can do this. I mean, unless...
Hey, Briar, did you already send me the information for your cousin?
Might have. The one I'm thinking about specifically is Cousin Tony. That's spelled Tonee. Yeah, Blaze knows who I'm talking about.
Yes, but did you send it to me?
I thought I did. Did I not?
All I have is stuff about your dad, and I have stuff about a couple of other things. I don't have anything specifically about your cousin that's in town.
Give me 1 sec. Let me dig into the archives.
I don't know if Briar... So it's a running joke that all of her cousins that are outside of Drift End are basically code word for info brokers or informants.
Lady Pennant, do you just want me to send the entire fucking thing?
Just send the whole entire fucking thing and pick and choose.
Right now, I just need information about the cousin for this specific instant.
Yep, give me 1 second. We have a file on that one cousin. Just give me 1 second.
Okay.
Because the cousin I'm referring to has a few names. The one that we've referred to them in this company is Cousin Tony. Mm-hmm. The one that Briar refers to whenever she calls them by their info broker name is Cerberus. Because I think it's cool that info brokers have like aliases that they go by.
Let's see. The bird, seriously, pick a spot. My God.
Okay. So what is everybody else doing really quickly?
Higgy is still kind of comforting Malachi. He's had a rough day.
Yeah.
Kira is sitting on the couch and I'll go ahead and use this phrase. She is staring off into nothingness. She's essentially disassociated.
Halina's gonna walk over to the couch here and sit down beside. It's a lot to take in.
Not the one I was wanting.
She kind of pauses like she's trying to figure out how to say something. I can't even do what I normally do when this gets this bad.
I am so sorry.
She just starts crying again, and then she leans into your arm.
Halina kind of wraps her arm around Kira. Her fur's soft. Comforting almost like a warm hug. We are going into battle then, yes?
She needs to be destroyed.
Then we do it together.
No, it's not time yet.
Agreed.
You do not do this alone. You do not have to face this alone. This time you've got people in your corner. People who have ways of getting things done. And people who have got your back no matter what. And I will be damned if she lays a finger on you. Halina's gonna look around. So we're going to do this. We are going into battle.
We still have to play our game.
Indeed. I was never good with the whole formal thing, so I'll probably be mostly silent, but I do know one thing. We're gonna do this. There's one small thing I gotta take care of first.
Getting laid?
Exactly. Listen, Halina drops the accent. Listen, sweetheart, the girl's got needs. And if I'm gonna go into battle, I'd rather work off some of that stress first.
So
Kira looks up at you almost like saying, I literally just said that I can't do this and you're gonna rub this in my face.
Just because Leviata's not here, sweetheart, doesn't mean you can't do it.
She opens her mouth like she's getting ready to explain something extraordinarily complex, and then just closes it.
Besides, I don't really think you'd be one for breaking furniture.
Bones, yes. Furniture, no.
So as you're all having this conversation, Higgy, also Malachi, has like, since y'all left the forest and came back, and you would all notice this, Malachi has Higgy as Big Higgy still, because you're still in Big Higgy.
Yeah.
Biggie,
like,
you will.
It's
Biggie, you will.
Biggie!
Has Higgy in his lap and is just like,
Yeah, we're letting him.
he literally just has like Higgy in his lap and it's just like head down, looks like he's gonna take a fucking nap.
Yeah. And you see Higgy, like, I'm guessing depending on the way he's holding her, she probably has to like kind of hold on to him too. And she's just kind of like petting his hair.
Yes. So you're just watching that in the corner. Bane's curled up on the couch somewhere. And then you all suddenly hear a tiny soft, you think it's a knock. And then something flies under the door. Like, it's a piece of paper and it just goes whoosh, and it like hits the wall. And then you hear like scuffling and then like a screech and then run.
God.
Briar's gonna open the door to see who the fuck that was.
There's nothing there.
Halina's gonna go take a look at what was thrown under the door.
It looks like a letter.
Take a look at it.
Okay, so you take a look at the letter.
Who's it addressed to?
There is no address. There's no, like, there's nothing on the front of it. It's just a plain, like, parchment in a letter. And as you... Are you going to open it, first of all, before I start?
Absolutely, I am.
Cool. So you open it, and it's in some sort of code.
If Briar peeks over Helena's shoulder, does she recognize the code or the handwriting?
Yes, you do.
Briar's gonna snatch the letter. Well, correction. Briar's hopping on Helena's back and then doing that sibling thing where they try to grab the thing the other sibling has. Just, give!
Any chance I recognize the handwriting?
I'll
take that as a no.
No, I'm thinking, because I would need to ask you a question, but I'm trying not to give away immediately who it is.
Would I know by the handwriting who it is?
If you have corresponded with them before, yes. I just don't know if you have corresponded with this person before.
Does it have anything to do with the information that I sent you earlier?
Yes.
That's a Briar question. Would Briar have introduced Halina?
Yeah. Helene, the people we sent information about are like close to the Dawn, so they're like invited to Sunday dinners. So Helena would have met them at like the Sunday dinners.
So you're looking at the letter. You recognize the handwriting. You just don't understand the code.
I'll hand the letter over to Briar.
Briar, the first thing that catches your eye is that it is signed under the name Cerberus.
Oh.
And the letter, essentially, the code looks like it was hastily put together. Not the usual code that you receive, but you could still pick out things that you recognize. The gist of the letter is something like, is essentially saying that they are safe, they are hiding. And you can also pick up that they do have some sort of information, and it looks like there is a time and a place that you are supposed to be meeting them at. That's going to take you a little bit of time to decode because it's not in the usual coding that you are used to reading.
Briar looks at Helena and says, Cerberus changed the cipher.
Tends to happen in nights of war.
But
I have a new
the safe.
I have the town myself, so perhaps we should.
Well, I gotta figure out what the fuck I'm meeting them first. This is a new cipher. Gonna take me time. Give me like 30 minutes ish. She says that she gets off of Helena's back and instead of like going to a desk or table, she plops on the floor and opens up her book and like Very ADHD coded.
So that's going to take you the 30 minutes, and we're going to be at time pretty soon. So I am just going to see if anyone else wants to do anything specifically before we wrap up for the day, because that is where we're going to end it. Is next time we're going to pick up with the time and the place that you will be meeting this person, and also a couple other things I have planned.
Higgy's kind of stuck where she is, so...
Yeah, you're not doing shit.
Yeah.
Halina's going to walk back over to Kira for a moment and just kind of kneel down in front of her. We'll deal with this together. You have my words. We will not abandon you. You are not alone.
Oh, by the way, you're getting a new ma. You can share mine and Helena's.
You're part of the family now. That's kind of how this works. At least it did for me.
Okay. I'll take it.
Now, let's go beat the beach.
The only other thing that I will say that's going to happen today is, Halina, you get that familiar feeling again. From Cain.
Mm-hmm.
Essentially, it seems like he's trying to check in, and also has gotten in touch with everyone's deities.
Woo!
I'll acknowledge the feeling.
Okay. You essentially, it's kind of like a sending message. You hear him in your head just kind of go, I hope today wasn't too much of a shit show.
Just kind of respond back. So we found out what happened to those villagers.
Normally I would ask for all of the information right now, but I am up to my fucking ears with other shit.
I'll catch you up someday.
Catch me up when we're both free. Also, I got in touch with everyone. Needless to say, they're pissed. I currently think Leviatar is trying to find some sort of loophole.
As she would. Tell her she's got a very pent-up follower here who's really looking forward to her return.
You can kind of just feel the sigh from Cain of just, okay.
In the meantime, we got some business to do here. We've adopted basically Kira into the family. And I'm gonna go beat a bitch.
Oh.
Not in the fun way.
I mean, it could still be fun.
Is this being said aloud?
No. I'll be having fun.
I'm sure you will.
The sanctity of family has been tainted.
I wish you luck. I'm sad that I won't be able to see it. Because I do like it when you get violent. But also tell your sister that Ollie Damara is well, maybe don't tell her, but let's just say Ollie Damara is going scorch earth right now. And is losing his fucking mind that he can't get in contact with her.
Tell Ollie we've got eyes on his wife, and if anybody lays a finger on her, they're gonna have a real. I'm going to hammer home the problem, the reason why they shouldn't lay a finger on her.
I will try, but right now I think he took down an entire fleet of ships.
All right.
She's safe. We've got her.
I will pass along the message when I feel it is safe for me to do so. And then Oberon said to tell Higgy good luck.
Understood.
Like him.
Anything else?
No. I really don't have anything else to... it's busy. I've got the deities are up in an uproar. I'm now playing mediator.
You go do what you gotta do, what you do best. I'll see you soon, Lila.
And you could feel that grin, that shit-eating grin that you've seen him have before, and he goes, and he just goes, "Hey, I mean, I could always whisk you away for some private time, but
I'm not leaving. Not now.
I know.
I will take care of that other ways.
Well, stop fucking poking at me then." And he just kind of you hear a chuckle, and then you feel it kind of just dissipate.
The rest of you, as soon as that happens, just hear you hear Halina. That's funny. Normally you're the one poking at me.
Who are you talking to?
Higgy.
Yeah.
Oberon says good luck.
That sounds like him.
Kira. Leviatar's trying to find a loophole.
Oh, so you might get late after all.
And Briar.
Ollie
Damara's not too happy. He's kind of pissed, and from what I heard, he took out his anger on a fleet of ships and might be going scorched earth because he can't get in touch with you.
I have to make a roll 1 second. Briar's quiet for several moments and says, "Is it wrong that I find that very hot?"
No. He's very
Okay,
possessive and very protective, apparently. Congratulations.
I wonder if I just go out of the limits of the city, if I can contact him that way and get him to chill out.
You could try. We've got 10 minutes till we finish, but you could try.
I'm not sending you anywhere alone. I'll be going with you.
I mean, sure, we can, but I don't know if we can get out of the city. Does everyone want to come with me to the outer butts of the city to see if there's a loophole?
Everybody just stepping outside of the fucking thing to see if they can talk to their deities. We've got 10 minutes. I say we try to do that next time.
Sure. Aww.
Next time. Because that's not going to be a quick scene. That's going to be everybody's deities just jumping on people if it works.
I don't think we should all do it at once, because that's going to cause suspicion, but if we go out in pairs...
That's if y'all can get out of the city.
That's if we all can get out of the city. We can try. If anything...
And there's one of y'all
Cerberus
specifically
might have an
that
idea.
may not even be able to leave the palace.
Yeah.
Oh, I got a solution for that, maybe, sort of.
All right, so I'm just going to go ahead and say that that's where we're going to end session.